Hi, this is Ariana with Fresh Pair of Eyes. How are you guys?
Good. I'm looking at the spelling and it's eyes and not eyes. So
Yeah, and it's
yeah,
a pair,
I
two
got it. I
eyes.
got it.
Yes, we're on the same
Very
page.
clever. I like it. I like it.
Oh, thank you. So this will be posted after it airs. Ian dies. Um, so why did you decide to do it at this point in time? And how will each character be affected by this?
I mean, I will just say the first, when we were breaking season 7, we thought this was possibly or most likely our last season. So we did end up taking the last 2 books that were out at that moment, and being like, let's just do a supersize, like crush both of these books into one season. And actually, I think everyone was surprised, and to the writer's credit, they did such an amazing job making it seem like it was one book. So, I think maybe people thought, oh, should that happen later? Certain instance, but it worked out taking the 2 books and thinking, oh, this is our last season. We want to use as much of material as we can and cover as much. To me, it seems like it flows so naturally. And that was just when they go back to Scotland, the natural place, sadly, for Ian's death.
Yes. Knowing now that you know that you have an endpoint with season 8, how does that feel? Knowing that you do have an endpoint, because a lot of times shows nowadays don't know when they have an endpoint. How did that kind of shape season 7 and also season 8, knowing that there's a natural endpoint and also knowing that there's a natural beginning with a prequel series?
Um, well, we discovered that we were going to get season 8 after we had started season 7. So we started the writing process of season 7. So we had to kind of reconfigure, like Maril said. The plan was to just put in as much season 7 as possible. So then we had to go, okay, we're going to need more story down the road. So we made those adjustments, and you know, working backwards, we had an endpoint. I certainly had an idea for an ending um, seasons ago, when you hope you can get that far, and you hope you can go, all right, will this work? Will this work? Um, and then with the prequel, the prequel being that there's a few elements of the stories in the book, but they're not fleshed out in any way. We know that we have a lot of room to roam in that arena, with all those characters, as youngins, so to speak.
Yes. The show's about time travel, obviously. If you were a time traveler, would you want to visit your ancestors or descendants, and why?
Oh wow, that's a good question.
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, I think I wouldn't want to visit my kids necessarily unless I knew I wasn't going to be there for some reason. In case then I would, but if not, then I would definitely go back and visit my grandmother, great grandmother, great great grandparents for sure.
I think I would do the same.
You just want to see how they lived in a time that is foreign to you,
And all those things they said about walking uphill in the snow both ways to school. You want to see if that was bullshit or not. So
yeah.
Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. Congrats on 10 years and many more in different forms. And
thank you.
looking forward to talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye.